Karibu, welcome. Bonjour. It is Wednesday, it is 3 o'clock East African time, 8 AM EST, and you know exactly what it means. It is the time for the Project Trinity podcast, the show where every week we open the doors, pull up a chair, and let the real voices tell real stories. My name is Stanley Alfred, and I am your moderator for the next 1 hour. Whether you are watching us from down the road or across the ocean, that is from Haiti, Kenya, US, and other regions, no bare, tuko tayari. We are ready, and we are glad you are home. Now, for anyone joining us for the first time, Project Green is more than a podcast. At the heart of its place, we call it a pod, a community hub where builders, creators, farmers, storytellers, and dreamers come together to work, to learn, and to shape their own future, and with their own hands inside the pod. People don't wait for the opportunity, they build it. They write their own playbooks, they hold their own cameras, and they tell their own stories. In Swahili, in Creole, in English, in Pokot, in other languages. Because a story told in your own voice travels differently. And that is exactly what today's episode is about. Our topic for today is voices from the pod. Not voices about the pod, but voices from it. The people who live it every single day. And to do that, I could not have asked for two better kids. They are not visitors to the pod, they are at the pod. My first case is Pulda, through a Pulda, a man whose hands no work and whose mind never stop asking, what can we start next? Inside the hubs is one of the people turning ideas into real ventures on the ground. Please welcome Nicholas Camerian.
Okay, thank you, Stanley, for the warm welcome. Uh, my name is Nicholas Kemerinyang, and I serve in the Strategic Growth and Partnership Department at Project Trinity. My roles focuses on identifying opportunities, building meaningful partnership, supporting business growth, and help create sustainable solutions that empower communities. I am passionate about innovation, entrepreneurship, agriculture, and community development. Through my work, I have the opportunity to connect people, ideas, resources that create lasting impact. I believe growth happens when collaboration meets purpose, and I'm excited to share my experience, lesson, and vision for the future during this conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nicholas, for the good introduction. My second case is the eye of the pod. When something happens in that room, is the one who makes sure the world sees it and feels it. A creative, a storyteller, the man behind the lens. Please welcome Simeon Kasan.
Okay, thank you so much, Stanley, for having me today. As you have heard, my name is Simeon Sang, creative storytelling expert at Project Trinity. I specialize most of what I do is capturing the real stories, the real moments that happens inside the pod at Project Trinity. So I'm so delighted to have you on board, to have this chance on board in the next 1 hour. So we'll catch up, we'll continue sharing much of what I have, and thank you.
Great introduction, Simeon. Gentlemen, karibuni sana. And before we go deep, let's loosen up a little. Yes. Simon and Nicholas, what did you eat before coming here? And does it explain your mood today? Let's start from Simeon.
Okay, thank you. You know, it is lunchtime, so obviously I had reke. That is mixture of mm, I think I can say corns and beans. That is what I took for lunch. That's why I'm strong today.
Okay, and for me here, you know, ugali is a staple food for African. I think it's not only Kenya, but I think the whole Africa here is a staple food. And don't forget, in in top normally tea is automatically used. So after every meal, don't forget to take a little tea. Thank you.
Yes, that is. I see the food that you took, guys, make are explaining your mood that you are happy and you have the energy to dive into the podcast. And lastly, Nicholas, if you are photo, what kind of photo will you be? Is it blurry or cold and how?
I think it's golden hour.
Yeah, great. Um, Now let's talk about inside the pod. That is our first step inside the pod. Nicholas, take us with you. It is morning. It's morning. You walk into the pod. What do you see? What do you hear? And what do you feel?
Thank you, Simon, for that nice question. When I walk into the body in the morning, I see space full of energy, ideas, and the people working towards a better future. I hear conversation about technology, business innovation, and community development. What I feel most is hope because it is a place where young people are learning, building, and creating opportunities for themselves and their communities. Thank you.
Thank you for the great reply. Uh, and to Simeon, through your lens, what do you reach to Kabia first? And why that before anything else?
Oh, thank you, Stanley. That's a great question. The first thing I look for is always people. That's the first thing that I normally start with. So before I notice the cameras, microphone screens or equipment, I notice the people and how they are interacting. One thing I learned during my 4 years of studying photography and visual storytelling is the equipment doesn't create stories, people do. A camera is simply a tool. What gives meaning to a photography or a video is the human experience behind it. So when I walk into the board, I am looking for moments. Maybe it's someone deeply focused on a project. Maybe it's a discussion happening between team members. Maybe it's someone teaching another person something new. Those small moments often tell a bigger story than any staged should ever could. At Project Trinity, I've come to appreciate those moments even more because I have seen how much learning, collaboration, and innovation happen in everyday conversations. That's usually where I point my lens first because that's where the story lives. Thank you.
Wow, that is a great reply. And for your information, POD is Portable Online Development Systems, and it is equipped with the resources. That is the internet. We have the solar powered and also the resources like the computers that we use to connect to the global economy. So that is what a pod represents for the first one who is the first time listening to the podcast and who has not known about pod. So to Nicholas, yes, walk us through an ordinary day in the hub. What does a normal Wednesday actually look like or that just a normal day? What does it look like?
Okay, thank you, Stanley, for that question. Normal day starts with checking on ongoing projects and communicating with clients. I spend time supporting business development activities, researching opportunities, and working on uh, many aspects of work. Throughout the day, there are discussions, learning sessions, networking, and collaborating with other innovators. Every day brings a new challenge and a new opportunity to learn. Thank you.
Yes. And to Simeons, what is the one shot or that sound that tells the whole story of this place, the whole story of the pod?
Okay, if I had to choose one shot, it will be a wide framing, showing different people working together in the same space. Something, some are discussing ideas, others are building solutions, others are documenting the process. That one image captures the board that is a portable online deployment system means to me. If I had to choose a sound, I will say with a blend of voices. That blend of voices, not one voice, but many voices. The discussions, the brainstorming, the questions being asked, and even the laughter between serious work. When people think about innovations, they often imagine technology. But what I have learned here is that innovation usually starts with conversations. That sound of people exchanging ideas is what defines this place for me. Thank you.
Great. That is the definition of what Simeon is talking about, the pod, the story inside the pod, the sound, what really mean. And to you, my guests, what does an outsider always miss about the room? An outsider, what does it mean about the room?
Okay, I think most outsiders only see computers, internet, and maybe the whole project, the outside look, the people working. What they miss is the determination, resilience, and the dreams behind every person in that room. Everyone is working hard to improve their lives and create impact in their communities. Thank you.
And to me, I can add the way what Nicholas have said. I can add that what people miss inside the boards, they just see the building, the board, the outside part, but they fail to. They don't know what really happens inside the boards. They might see a finished project, a polished video, a successful event, or a new solution being launched. What they don't see are the countless hours behind it. They don't see people stay trying to solve a problem. They don't see even someone helping another team member learn a new skill. They don't see the failures, what happened before success. One thing that is actually happening inside the pod is that the collaborative thing that usually happen between the associates, solving a problem day by day. That is unseen. They don't see that, but they only see the outside picture. That's what outsiders usually misses: the effort, the learning, and the community that make the visible results possible. Yeah.
Yeah, great. I think what Simeon is talking is that the outsiders don't see the bigger picture that we, the associates, are going through, and that is true. So we have seen the room. I've seen the room. My kids have taken you through the room, what is inside the pod. Now, let's talk about two kinds of people inside it: the one who built and the one who tells. So that is about the builders and the storytellers. Nicholas, when you are building something inside the pod, what does that work demand of you? that people don't see?
Thank you. I think it demands discipline, patience, and consistency. And the continuous learning, people usually see the final results, but they don't see the long hours spent researching, resolving problems, communicating with clients, and improving skills.
Yes. Simeon, why does it matter who holds the camera? Why does it matter? It's like, yeah, does anyone hold a camera or? Yeah.
Yeah, well, Stanley, camera is a device that you cannot just operate it without even having an idea of how to operate it. So I can say the person holding the camera matters a lot because every storyteller makes choices. People sometimes think cameras are objective, but they aren't. The person behind the camera decides where to point it, where to press the record, and what to include, and also what to leave out. That is the work of a camera person or the person taking the shots. So you can imagine that two cameras can stand in exactly the same place, but the outcome, what comes outside, is a very different stories. That's why representation matters, and that's why perspective matters. For me, holding the camera means holding responsibility. I want people to see themselves accurately in the stories I tell. I want communities to feel represented. I want people watching from somewhere else in the world to understand the humanity behind what they are seeing. That camera isn't just recording reality, it is interpreting the reality. That's why who holds it matters a lot.
Yes, I think that is why we have cameramen in our society also. You remember during the old days, the cameraman could count 1, 2, 3, then you take a shot. Yeah, that is what Simeon is trying to explain, that there must be an expertise behind the cameras. So to Nicholas, what's something you have contributed that only someone living this experience could have added?
Okay, thank you, Stanley. Uh, working in strategic growth and partnership at Project Ready has allowed me to help build relationship that creates opportunities for associates and communities. One contribution I am particularly proud of supporting partnership initiatives that have been opening doors for employment, skills development, mentorship, and professional growth. Through this partnership, associates have gained valuable experience, expanded their professional networks, and accessed opportunities that might not otherwise have been available. Seeing people secure meaningful work, develop new skills, and contribute to impactful projects has been one of the most rewarding parts of my journey. Having experienced the challenges of accessing opportunities myself, I understand how important it is to connect people with the right resource, network, and support system. That perspective help me to contribute in a way that both practical and meaningful. Thank you.
Great. Simeon, when you tell a story, what are you protecting?
Stanley, the first thing I can say is protecting the truth, not necessarily facts alone, because facts without context can sometimes be misleading. I'm protecting the authenticity of people's experiences. I want people to feel that their voices were heard and their stories were respected. if every time I create something, I ask myself if the people in the story who watch this piece, will they feel understood? That's the question that I normally ask myself. Do most of the time. So that's what I try to protect. I can say I protect the truth first.
Amazing. Yes. Nicholas builds the work. Simon tells it. Same fight. Or two different ones. Can you try to convince each other? Simeon and Nicholas. Convince each other that you tell it, then you fight it at the same time.
Okay, maybe I can answer that first. Honestly, I think it is the same mission, expressed differently. Builders solve problems, and storytellers create understanding of what is being uh, or on what is being built or being done. Builders create impact. Storytellers help people see and appreciate the impact. Yes. So a brilliant solution nobody understands may never reach its potential. A powerful story, meaningful action behind it eventually loses credibility. So I think we are fighting the same fight from different angles.
Okay, on my side, that is one. I think the same fight. Address what it many great ideas remain unknown. What goals should be
Yes, I think Nicholas has experienced some technicalities. Behind every builder and every storyteller, there is a person with their own journey. Let's meet those people, the people behind the work. Nicholas, tell us about your own ventures and hustles.
okay. Thank you, Stanley. Apart from being a project creator associate, I'm an animal health expert and entrepreneur too. I operate my Acrovet, an Acrovet, where I provide veterinary medicine and animal health services, farm inputs and advisory services to farmers. My mission is to improve livestock productivity, animal welfare, and food security. I also involved in business strategy growth, partnership development. Uh, what pushed me to start the ventures was seeing the challenges farmers face in accessing quality veterinary services and realizing that technology and business innovation can help solve many community problems. I wanted to create solutions that improve livelihood and while creating opportunities for others. Thank you.
Great, that is a good ventures, Nicholas, and we wish you all the best in your ventures. And that is what it's meant by a man must work to feed the family. That is from the Holy Scriptures. And to Simeon, how did you come to creative work? Was there a moment it chose you?
Okay, first, I have always been fascinated by moments. Even before I formally studied photography back in campus, I found myself paying attention to things that other people sometimes overlooked, the expressions and people faces, the atmosphere of place, and the stories hidden in every situation. So the curiosity eventually led me to pursue a 4-year course in photography and storytelling. And during that time, I learned that technical side of the craft, that technical part. That is camera work, lighting, composition, and editing. But I also discovered something deeper. I realized that photography is not just about taking pictures. It is about preserving memories, communicating ideas, and helping people seeing things differently. As I continue growing, I started exploring tools that help bring stories to life beyond the camera. I use platforms like the one we are using now at Project Trinity, that's Canva, and Canva is for design and visual communication. And maybe some of the people prefer CapCut for video editing and content creation. So these tools help transform raw footage and images into stories that people can connect with. Then joining Project Trinity, I expanded my understanding even further. It exposed me to new ideas, technologies, and opportunities to tell stories that have real impact in our community and also other communities. So if you ask whether there was one moment creative work chose me, I will say it wasn't one moment. It was a journey. Every step kept confirming that this is what I genuinely enjoy doing. Yeah.
Great thoughts from Simeon. Story about creative and storytelling. Um, and in every work, there must be a tough lesson or a lesson that must be learned. Nicholas, what is the hardest lesson that the work has taught you so far?
Okay, I can describe that in one sentence. That the hardest lesson is the success takes time, and for example, building trust with farmers and clients and partners require patience and consistency. So there are no shortcuts to sustainable growth. It is it takes time. It cannot come immediately, and I think this is the challenge to every project or every opportunity. It will not come easy, but it will take time to grow. Thank you.
That is great lesson from Nicholas that we must persevere. There is nothing that comes easy. There must be consistency in every actions to have that sustainable growth and sustainable future. Simeon, what piece you have made that you are proud of, and what did it cost you to make it?
Okay. Yeah. And say the projects I'm proudest of aren't necessarily the most technical impressive. They are the ones where people saw themselves in the final story and said, "Yes, that's exactly who we are." Those projects cost time. Most of the time, yeah, they take most of your time. They cost patience. They cost learning because if you are not, if you don't take your time, you will end up maybe not finishing what you have started. So and sometimes they cost sleep. They cost sleep. You cannot sleep if you have not finished the project. Maybe you want to edit that content that you have created or you have collected that raw data, yeah, that you have collected. So you must make sure that you finish that. So that means you need to work even overnight, so to make sure that you have accomplished what you want to do. And yeah, people often see the final result, but not the hours spent editing. So they only see the outcome, what you have already do. So reviewing footage, fixing mistakes, and making sure every detail serves the story. But every challenge becomes what it when the story connects with people. Yeah.
Yes. What keeps each of you building out there, even on the hard days? I think everyone should have a say on
Okay,
this.
okay. For me, my community keeps me going. When I see healthy animals, successful farmers, and growing businesses, I'm reminded that the work matters, knowing that my efforts can positively impact people's lives motivate me every day. I think one day I will achieve my objectives. Thank you.
Okay. To me personally, I can say it is the growth. You know, the growth is learning something that you have not, you didn't have idea about it. So that's what I can say that uh, I can talk of growth. Every project you are doing, you know, you can start from you started it, but you don't have the idea. But when you continue doing it more often, you will end up being able to do it. So that means that you will be able to accomplish more projects with time. So every story inside that introduces me to new perspectives. So, but what I appreciate most is that space that I was given by the project to have that opportunity to learn even by myself and what I also acquired from school. So the growth started from school, and when I joined Project 3D, I also gained a lot through the process. Uh, and yes, I can say that now I can say that I know something, not like what if I left in campus, maybe if my studies in campus were over. So I can say that maybe I will not be at this level that I am now at Project 3. So that keeps me motivated most of the time.
Yes, generally, Nicholas and Simeon are trying to say that never give up. Remember those days when we were saying that I'll never give up when things get tough. That is what two of you are trying to explain, that never give up on what you're doing. Um, Now, the big one. Everyone is talking about technology and AI, that is the artificial intelligence. But what does it actually mean here? In this room, for this work, yes, we are using these fields, that is AI and technology. Nicholas, what tech do you already use day by day that you just use daily on daily basis? And where do you lose the most time or money?
Okay, thank you, Stanley, for that question. I think we normally use technology on social media platforms. That is the most time spent, and also the AI tools, business software, and online communication platforms. Also, the biggest loss of time comes from the repetitive administrative work, data collection, and searching for information that could be automated. Thank you.
Great. I think Nicholas is explaining some of the tools that he always use, and also tools are advancing in daily basic in this revolution of artificial intelligence. So we be ready to learn more and more. Simeon, what tools do you use to produce and share your stories? Which tools do you use?
Okay, first I can say camera. That's the spot that I can start from the camera. My daily work, I start with taking time using cameras. After I get those content that I already have, I can now sit down, editing software like Canva now. I can now sit down, use Canva to come up with my design. If it is video editing, if it is audio editing, yeah, I use now Canva, even CapCut to some point, because those are common tools that most content creators or those people who are engaging in content creation normally use. And one of them also I can use cloud storage. to store my data or the content I have. And the big one, which is the social media platforms for I can share that in the social media platforms so that people can engage in and have fun about it. But beyond the tools themselves, what matters is how they help us connect with audiences. Technology allows stories created in local communities to be viewed across the whole world. So, to me, that is what I normally do: the tools and the platforms. That is the social media platforms. Thank you.
Great explanation from Simeon telling us about how to tell the stories. Nicholas, if one tool made your work easier tomorrow, what will it do?
Okay, I think I would want a tool type that maybe contain all information in one source. For example, maybe uh, having social media information together with website information in one form for the client, because maybe when the client needs insights from social media and Facebook or the social media and the website, I think he will get a clear report, a combined report in one form, and that will save time and will allow associate to work on many tasks at one time. Also, I would want a tool that combines veterinary advice, a tool that combines veterinary advice, livestock disease diagnosis, market prices, business management, and farm education into one platform that works even in rural areas. Thank you.
Now, Simeon, we want to tell our stories to the world. What is the slow or costly part of getting our stories out to the world?
Yeah, thank you, Stanley. I can say after you have finished your collecting your data, that is post-production part. The post-production, the time you have now ended up, you have collected everything. You know, the process now starts from there. After you have all the, if it is video, you have the video or any other thing like maybe a photograph, a photography. So coming and sit down is the toughest part or the costly part, because it takes more time. It consumes most of your time, because uh, making sure that the content you are now going to maybe to publish or to post has the correct image part. So I can say color correction. Maybe you balance the the photo. If it's a photo, you balance it to be correct, so that when you post, it is perfect. People can enjoy viewing it. So capturing that footage is only one part of storytelling. The real work often begins afterwards. Now, organizing all the files, reviewing hours of footage. If there are pauses, you cut off the pauses until you get the right selection, that it flows slowly as during timing, yeah. And then also editing. Editing. Editing is that part that also that if the color, if that photograph or that video is maybe some of black, or it's not that clear, you just balance the color. You edit to make sure that it is okay. So, and also color correction. You can talk of audio, or even audio cleanup. If there is a lot of noises, you clean up. You make sure that you clean up, so that the results is clear. It is even more if somebody can enjoy listening it. So, and also preparing the content for different platforms. You have a lot of platforms, that is starting from Facebook. The content from Facebook is different. Coming to YouTube, if there's a video, there's that video that that has the correct size, and Instagram, so and so on. So you make sure that you balance, you make sure that now that the content fits every platform. And finally, that's where now, after you have now make sure that every content that you have created has now fitted every social media. Now that's now where you come now to post. You know, that process alone is more costly, because you will now to you need to sit down, make sure that you have everything in place. That I can say the time, it takes time, and most of the time it's cost effective. It's very costly.
Perfect description from expert Simon. Uh, Now we want to help our communities. Nicholas, could a tool that knows local prices or speaks Swahili and Pokot change things for shops and farmers here? What is your take on that, and how?
Absolutely. Uh, Many farmers are more comfortable using local languages, and I experienced many times on this because once you are educating farmers, they need education on local languages. Also, if technology could communicate in Kiswahili and Pokot while providing accurate market and veterinary information, adoption will increase significantly and more farmers would benefit. I think this is a real life situation because I think main information is misinterpreting farmers. But if now they have a tool that tells them exactly what they are doing, exactly what they need to improve on their lives, I think adoption will increase and they will produce a quality quality outputs on their daily activities.
Yes, that is from our FET expert. We need to have those solutions, that we have the tools that know the local language and can help our farmers thrive. Simeon, if AI could translate a Pokot, Swahili, or Creole voice, who would finally hear us? Who will finally hear us if AI could translate?
Yeah, yes, I can say the world, the whole world can hear us. Yeah, there are incredible stories and ideas locked behind language barriers. Sometimes people aren't unheard because they lack something valuable to say. They are unheard because others can't understand their language. Yeah, if AI, yeah, I can say if AI can preserve their meaning while making their message accessible globally, that's much transformative.
And to that, Simeon, when a tool touches a voice, what must what must stay real? What must stay real when a
Yeah,
tool touches?
I can say what must stay real is the human behind the voice. That's what must stay real. And the technology can improve accessibility and also the reach. So, but it should never erase identity. The emotions, cultural context, personality, and lived experience of people must remain intact. Yeah.
Wow. Now I may need your honest answers from here. That does this tech feel like something done to us, or something that's ours to shape? Is there something to shape?
Okay, I believe technology is ours to shape. Communities should actively participate in developing solutions that address local challenges. Technology becomes powerful when it is adapted to local realities and needs. Yes.
I also agree. I also agree with Nicholas that technology is ours to shape. Yeah, this it is our responsibility to shape. So technology is, I can say, technology is ultimately a tool. The question is whether communities actively participate in shaping how it is used. Yeah. So if we engage with it, learn it, and adapt it, it is our realities. Then it becomes something we own rather than something imposed to us. Yeah.
Beautiful. Now let's have some fun, rapid fire, short answers. I want first thing in your head. I will not allow thinking to my kids. To both of you, uh, what is the loudest sound in the pod?
Ideas being shared.
Yeah.
Great. One thing the pod you'll never change.
The spirit of collaboration is what I can say.
Hands or head, which works harder?
Great ideas need action. Both.
I said which works harder, hands or head?
I choose both because they work together. Uh, but I choose head.
Samuel, which do you choose?
Head.
Simeon, photo or sound? Which tells the truth better? Is it photo or sound?
Okay. To me, it is both, but yeah, it is both. But if you ask me to choose one, I can say maybe photo because that is the real you.
Now to both of you, in Pokot, Swahili, English, Creole, which language carries your dreams?
Pokot carries my roots. So, Swahili connects me to my country, and English connects me to the world.
Yes, that was Simeon.
Yeah, I can agree with what Nicholas have said. It is now, first is my language, that is Pokot, which connects me to the community, uh, and Swahili to the country, and English to the global world.
Yes, that is a great reply for me. Uh, all languages are very important. Uh, I think now you need to come up with a coding in that language that you are saying it carries your dreams, because we are recording in English.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for those replies. Do you, someone is watching right now. What do you want them to do before this episode ends?
I want them to believe that their background does not determine their future. Start where you are, use what you have, and keep learning. Thank you.
Maybe I can answer that also that because I'm a storyteller, their story matters a lot. Whether you are a creator, entrepreneur, a student, or a dreamer, your voice has value. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start where you are. Yeah.
Yes, Nicholas, what is the community building next that you want in on?
Uh, I want to be involved in projects that combine agriculture, veterinary medicine, and entrepreneurship and technology to improve livelihood in rural communities.
Oh, good reply. Simeon, what is the next pod story you are itching to tell?
Well, I'm interested in telling stories behind the stories. Yeah, the people who are quietly building solutions, the young innovators, the community members creating change without recognition, and also those stories inspire that inspire most. I love to tell those stories now.
Yes, great. And to both of you, to a young person out there wondering if there is a place for them, look into the camera. What do you say?
There is absolutely a place for you. Your story, skills, and ideas matter. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Start today, keep learning, stay consistent, and never underestimate the impact you can create. The future belongs to those who are willing to build it and those who uh, like to keep a try.
Thank you so much. I guess I can allow you to have the closing remarks for 1 minute each. Start from Nicholas.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, listeners, for today's session, and thank you, Stanley, for the host. One thing I have learned through my journey is that growth is not achieved alone. It comes through collaboration, learning, resilience, willingness to create opportunities where none seems to exist. At Project Trinity, we are constantly exploring new ways to connect people, ideas, and resources that can transform communities and create sustainable impact. My hope is that everyone listening today lives inspired to take action, building meaningful relationships, and pursue opportunities that can make a difference in their lives and lives of others. No matter how where you come from, your dreams are valid, your ideas matter, and your contribution has value. Keep learning, keep building, and believe that positive change is possible. Thank you for being part of the journey. Thank you, Stanley, for the host today. Thank you.
Yes, great.
Okay, thank you, Stanley, for hosting, for having me today. And I can say that the podcast has been so amazing. To the people listening, the listeners, thank you for your time, for having for creating your time to listen to us. So one thing that I can say about photography and storytelling is that it has taught me a lot as a person, and also as a storyteller. So sometimes all it takes is someone willing to listen, learn, and share that story with the world. I'm grateful that Project Trinity has given me a platform to keep learning, growing, and telling meaningful stories. And if there is one thing I love to share with you people is that never underestimate the power of your story. The experiences you have, the lessons you have learned, and the ideas you carry could inspire someone else to take their next step. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Lakis, Nicholas Kavirian, Simeon Ksang. That is two voices in one pot, and a story the world needs to hear. Thank you for you both showing up, not just in this podcast, but for showing up every single day to the work. To everyone watching and listening to us, the pod is a proof that the future isn't somewhere else. It is being built right here by people like these two. Follow us at Project Trinity in both handles, at Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. Thank you so much for having us.